you been here before?
Yeah, Kendra, I had to turn myself in, remember?
Oh yes, you went to jail.
I did, Kendra. How you doing, girl? What's up? I'm out now. I'm
Okay,
at
so
home.
how was 3 flaws you have to work on?
Whew. My anger, for one. Um, Not what I say, but how I say it. And maybe my criminal record.
You have a criminal record?
I actually have to turn myself in tomorrow.
What the fuck?
I'm so
You
serious.
on the run?
No, 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 no. I'm not.
Hold
No, no,
up, hold
no, no, no.
on.
I'm
Where
not
did
running.
this? You gotta turn yourself in
I have to
tomorrow.
turn myself in tomorrow. Yeah.
For what
Probation
reason?
violation.
For what?
Probation violation.
Girl, what the hell? What's going on? Now, Johnny, we
I'm
hear the
not
kids
perfect.
in the background. We ain't know mama was a killer.
I'm not perfect. Listen, nobody's perfect. Okay, like I'm okay. Look, I'm 30. I'm just paying for things like bloody situations that happened in my 20s. I'm I'm
What's the charge you turning yourself in for? How was jail?
Kendra, you don't ask somebody how jail was, girl. Damn.
This is the closest I'm ever gonna get from jails or people like that's going to jail because I ain't never going to jail. I ain't never going to jail. Even if I got to tell somebody, I'm not going to jail. I wasn't made for jail. Kendra G Singles, the dating app, is available now on iPhones and Android phones. What are you
Well,
doing,
I'm not
Janet?
going back.
Why are you calling us while you're washing your face?
I'm cleaning because I spilled grease and it like splashed up on me, so
Then
I
you
don't want to
just
get a
don't want a
burn.
man. Here's the deal. You don't want a man.
Huh?
You don't want a man.
Why you say that? I can't clean my
Because
face.
you don't do anything that indicates you are serious about getting a man. You called me when you was going to jail. Now you call me as you put in face wash or your face. You cannot be serious and say you
What's
want a
wrong
man
with
and you
cleaning
doing
my
all
face,
this.
Kendra? Damn, you want me to come over here with my face all dirty and shit?
You should have had your face clean before you called me. I mean, here's the deal. If y'all want to play with y'all time, but we gotta just start calling what it is, because some of y'all cannot be seriously looking for someone because y'all do not present yourself in the position to be seriously looking for someone. You calling us while you got shaving cream all over your face, girl. So how was jail?
It was jail, Kendra. Like it wasn't.
So so so
It
are
wasn't
you
nothing
done? Is you like
spectacular.
are you on? So what's the are you on parole? Like what's happening?
Nah, I'm done now. I'm done.
You're done. Okay. So
Mhm.
I did make you a highlight. Did people reach out to you?
Yes. Oh my gosh, it was crazy.
Was your
So
hair cut
like
before you went to jail? I can't
when
remember.
I no, so when I got released and I got back to my phone and everything, like it was like flooded. Like I couldn't even read like every single message.
To do what? Are you to give an update? Are you still looking for love? What's going on?
Kendra, I don't even know at this point. Okay, like I feel you when you like everybody ain't looking for something at the moment, and I think for me right now at the moment, I don't even know because everybody is like playing around. So I started playing around, and I know that's not good. Like two wrongs don't make a right, but I don't know. I don't know at this point.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
trying. I am trying, girl. I'm trying so hard. Like I be trying to take shit serious. I be trying to take people serious, but I don't know.
do you have? I was going to ask you this. Do you have a job? I can't remember everything.
Yeah. Nope. Yeah. I work in customer service. So I do prior authorization. But
Okay.
I also work at a call center as well. So I work from
So I don't
home
want
and
to.
I work.
So now it's starting to come back to me, and some of the people felt like, you know, when you called in, because you have how many kids? Is it Janae? How do you say your name again?
John A.
Janae.
So
How many
I
kids you
have
got?
two of my own. When I talked to you the first time, the kids were having like a real big sleepover. So it was like other kids in my house too.
So you only have 2 kids?
I only have two. Yeah.
What? thought you had more kids. Okay. And you still didn't tell us what you had to go to jail for.
It was a traffic violation from 2.5 years ago.
And you
And
had to do jail
so,
time for that?
yeah, so like apparently, so I was pulled over by Michigan State Police. They never pressed charges. So when they finally pressed charges, it was already like over 2.5 years later. So just had to take care of it.
Okay. So you do want to, you're done. Like, you got to let me know what's happening. I will just say this, and I do stand by it. I understand that, and I pray that it'll be different when we're on the app. But I feel like on the social media platforms, we get a lot of people at times that say they're looking for love, but they don't always present themselves in the best light. And
Right.
I wish people can understand. There's no other dating app that does this, that allows y'all to put yourself out there in front of the world. I told you I know matchmakers, and they're shocked at the things that I do, and they're like, "Do you know what we charge for the things that you do?" But I really just have this love of connecting people around the world. But I do think at times you guys misuse your moments. Y'all don't present
Yeah.
yourself serious
No,
enough.
like that. No, but see, that's why I said though, Kendra. Like honestly, I have um, I have definitely like gotten to that point where I don't take anybody serious anymore. I know why I've gotten to that point, but it's like now that I'm there, like I feel stuck. So like I don't want to be stuck, like in that cycle where like I don't take anybody serious because nobody takes me serious. So like I'm always playing around, I'm always having a good time, but
Why do you
like
take?
I'm never
Let's
taken
start
serious.
right there. Let's start right there. Why don't you take anybody serious?
Because of my past, nobody takes me serious. So I reciprocated the energy
So
that was
let's start
given.
right there. Let's start. Wait. Let's break it all down. Why do you feel like people? Okay, your two kids, are they by two men or one guy?
By two. So my son's father, I told you he passed away shortly after our son was born. And then my daughter's father, we just grew apart, honestly.
How old
Like
are
we
your
still
kids?
co-parent.
How old are your kids?
My daughter just turned 13 and my son is 7.
And where are you calling us from again?
Monroe, Michigan.
And how old are you?
I'm 30.
30. Okay. So you said no one takes you serious. So why do you feel like they weren't taking you serious?
Um, like I said, like I had a lot of fun growing up. I was a dancer growing up, and so
Okay, but define dancer. Did you dance
I
on
was
ice for Disney, or did you dance on the pole for Henry?
I danced on the pole for Henry. I wasn't on the ice for Disney.
Okay, okay.
But like again, that was my past. I started dancing at like 18 or whatever. I stopped by the time I was like 22, 23. But like I just never met that one guy that like really took me serious because it was like every guy that I've been with, as soon as they find out like, oh, you used to be a stripper, it's automatically, oh, you should dance for me. And I had a friend of mine, like a real close friend, him and his wife, like we talk all the time or whatever, and he's like, nobody's ever gonna take you serious because of your past, and unfortunately, that's how like a lot of people are. So I started, unfortunately, just reciprocating the same energy that was given to me. And I feel like I got stuck in it, which is something that I didn't want to do. But I feel like I got stuck in just like reciprocating, like, okay, you're not going to take me serious. I'm not going to take you serious. Um, you know, I live alone. My bills is paid. Everything is good where I'm at. You're not gonna call me and be like, "Oh, I want to see you," and you just want to come and see if you can get some nookie. Like we're not doing that. So I'm not gonna take you serious on anything. And like I said, I don't want to get stuck in that. Like I'm learning how to like unstick myself from that mindset.
So let me jump in. I think, first of all, I appreciate your transparency. I want to acknowledge that because it does take a lot of courage to come on my show and the internet and to be judged by strangers, right?
Right.
So I do want to say I think it's strength in your transparency and you're being vulnerable. I think these are life lessons, right? So you're 30 years old, and the reason I was asking you about why didn't they take you serious? Okay, now we got to the root of it. You know,
Right.
I always say this: listen, if I don't know when I'm going to go see Jesus, okay? But whenever that time comes, and if there's anything you can remember, Kendra G said, remember law of attraction, because it is the answer to every single thing you need to know. And you attract who you are. There is the energy that you are giving out that then signals people that are on that same wavelength. And a lot of times, people, when they call me in particular, this is why I always talk about the three flaws question. They could point the fingers and tell me every single thing that's wrong with the person that they're attracting.
Right.
But what they're failing to realize is you are giving off the energy to attract that person. Now, just being quite honest for you, I can remember the rundown of the type of guy you said you desired, but most men who are wanting to take a woman seriously more than likely will not choose a stripper. This is no
Right.
diss to strippers.
Right.
I don't know the life story. I'm not here to judge that. I'm just here to have the tough, real conversation. It's like,
But no, like no, I mean that is really true though. Like a lot of guys would like a lot of guys don't take strippers serious, and I understand. I understood that like at an early age. Like I've been understood that. I think I know for me where like my problem came in. Um, I stopped, and it's like when you go from something that you're used to on a regular basis to a 9 to 5, that's like a drug dealer going to a 9 to 5. Like that transition, it was not easy. But I made that transition because my kids were growing up. I was not about to be 26, 27, 30 years old, still taking my damn top off for old drunken men. I wasn't about to do that. So like I made that change. Like and it took me a lot of mental capacity to like do that. It took a lot of mental capacity to go from making, 1,000 to 2 grand a night to waiting a week or every 2 weeks for a paycheck. And so like I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at my change. I enjoy my change. Like I'm happy where I'm at. I feel like I'm happier now than what I was before. But I do have to change that about myself, like reciprocating the negative energy that's given to me.
well, I feel like this, you're entertaining, right? And I always say this, I mean, you for the viewers in the comment section, they'll thank you for being entertaining because it gives them something to watch for entertainment.
Right.
It gives them
Right.
something to talk about. It gives them somebody to judge. So you're playing right in their hand, but does that get you the potential guy you want to date, right? So like it's one thing to call my show and just want, okay, there's some people who just call my show and they just want clout. They just want to be seen. They just want
Right.
whatever comes from this platform. And that's why I said in the beginning, like, okay, you were a stripper years ago, but in more recent, you just went to jail. You called me as you was washing your face. That's why I said you can't be serious because those things do not signal a man who is serious trying to align himself with the woman. Like those are red flags beyond. So you got to decide if you're willing to become who you want to date. I ask this
Right.
question all the time, like, would you date you? And sometimes people say no. So it's like you wouldn't date yourself, but you want somebody else to date you. It doesn't really make
Right.
sense. So you might, I could tell that this switch that you're being more vulnerable and transparent. So I don't want to be too hard on you, but I do think you got to do some self assessment, and maybe you do got to woosah and take some time to yourself and figure out what type of woman you want to become, so you can attract a man on the same. Because this type of woman is gonna attract the type of guy you don't want. Like
Right.
only they call it Pookie and Ray Ray's, but only Pookie and Ray Ray don't care that you was once a stripper, or let's say we
Right.
move past that you just got out of jail. Cause Pookie like I got out of jail same time too. I know what's going on. Like so if that's what you want, then that's what you want. You know. But if that's not who you want, then you gotta start with yourself and make changes.
Right. No, yeah,
We
that
have
that is
we
definite.
have this question for you. Have you ever thought to not tell men your past? It was almost 10 years ago. That's not the same as 1, 2 years ago. Plus, strippers get whites every day. I was thinking that. I wonder, I mean, I can tell you're being vulnerable, but do you normally tell men about your past?
No,
Okay.
no. My last so my last two relationships. What I'm sorry, my last three. Because I live in a totally different city now. So my last three relationships, I did not tell either of them what I did in the past. Each time it was someone that like saw me in passing that they knew. I was either invited to a family function, I was either invited, out for like dinner, drinks, and stuff like that, or just a regular like date, whatever, and we're just out and we run into like friends of theirs and everything. But those three times, people recognized me from that. And so that's how they found out about it. But I never told them about the stripper past.
Okay, much press. Okay, got you. Okay, fair enough. So listen, I mean, I do recall. Is your name on the app the name right there?
Yeah, yeah, it's the same name.
Um. So no more jail time. We done with that. You paid your
We
dues.
are done with that, Kendra. That is over.
Okay. Here she is. It's her username is J. How you pronounce her name?
John A.
John A J. John A J is her username. John A J. John A J. John A J. Okay. And you did the face verification. The red check means you did the
Yeah,
face verification. We added face verification to the app to make it video verification. So now you gotta do a video selfie to prove you are the person in the photos. Full-time student, customer service, representative, 30 years old, long-term relationship. What is the age range you want to date?
um, I would say 30 to like 50. Like, I'm okay with that.
30 to 50. I'm an open book, like it or not. I ain't sugarcoating ish. Looking for someone who communicates. I need my man to be able to talk to me when there's a problem between us. Social media don't need to know everything. Also, I want more children. So if you're ready to start, extend our families. I'm your girl. So you want more kids?
I do.
Could he have kids already?
That's fine.
Okay. Deal breakers, lack of communication, baby mama drama, sex based conversations, 3,000 plus miles away. I'm not going to Nigeria, Ghana, or the UK. Okay, so
I
if you're
can't do it.
not in
I
the
can't do it.
USA, you're not an option. You said sex based. That probably comes to you from when you share your stripper pass. When did you give up stripping? How many years has it been?
It's been, I was what, like 21, 22. So about 7, 8 years, 8, 9 years or so. So
And did you have kids at that time, or did you get
yeah.
pregnant?
I only had one at the time. Um, but then when I got pregnant with my second, I just gave everything up at that point.
Okay, okay. Well, listen, I am wishing you the best. It's single season can be an amazing season if you do the self work, if you do what's necessary to become a better human. Because I
Right,
always tell people, if you're always attracting red flags, that means you're a red flag, and you got to
right,
figure out what's the red flag in you that you can change. And a lot of people don't want to admit it, but if yes, that's for everybody. If you get nothing but red flags, something about you is a red flag, and you got to figure out what that something is in you and change it. All right, this is a nice picture. Oh wait, they're nice, but I was talking about this one.
thank you.
Okay, John A J on the Kendra G Singles dating app. Stay out of jail.
Definitely, Definitely gonna do
Stand a chance.
that.
All right. I wish
Definitely.
you the best, honey.
Thanks, baby.
Bye, boo. Kendra G Singles, the dating app, is available now on iPhones and Android phones.